And today we are going to be doing something different as I have promised since roughly yesterday. So basically we're doing Rise of Kingdoms. As some of you may know, and also some of you also may know Infinity Kingdoms in process. I don't play Infinity Kingdoms. Rise of Kingdoms was actually first, or it came out first before Infinity Kingdoms, etc. But nevertheless, basically Rise of Kingdoms is a strategy game that some of the people would recommend, and similar, I think to a certain extent, is somewhat similar to Lord of the Rings, based on what I've seen on the commercial. But then what I've seen, or what has been advertised to me, is that for the Lord of the Rings, it is a more so a free-to-play and not to pay to win. So that's going to be an interesting one. I may check that out a little bit later on once I get more time. But as for the moment, this is the Rise of Kingdoms tutorial for some of y'all who are trying to probably get 100k power within a short span of time. So this will be the best video to go for. So as for the meantime, as you can see here, we are given a list of civilizations. We are given Rome, Germany, Britain, France, Vikings, China, Japan, Korea, and Spain. Now, Vikings is the most recent one that they inputted in. The other rest, Arabia came in a little bit later. So basically, what happens is that I joined in around the year of 2018 or so, maybe a little bit later, like October-ish. Or it could be around February. Whenever the game started, I think I started a little bit later, like maybe like 5 months later or so. So basically, like later on, at first we only had like Rome, Germany, Britain, France, China, Japan, Korea, Spain, and that was about it. And then Arabia, Ottoman Empire, and Byzantium came in a little bit later. Now, for some it is recommended that you start out as either Britain or even China, because Britain, you have increases archer attack by 5%, troop training speed by 5%, and allied garrison capacity by 20%. So that's going to be garrison capacity is going to be useful a little bit later when you are joining a tribe or a clan, quote unquote. And from there, you're gonna need to you're gonna have to have some of the troops or your teammates' troops garrison in your city so that you can protect or defend against incoming attacks. As for China, you get increased troop defense by 3%, action point recovery by 5%, and building speed by 5%. Building speed is going to be a lot more crucial a little bit later on, but once you get to the top, it's going to require you to actually pay actual money, which unfortunately is some of the games that we see here, especially Warpath. I never played Warpath, but I noticed by watching some of the videos in process, it kind of does require it. But for the meantime, we'll go ahead and start out with Japan. Even though some may say that it's going to be the worst civilization to start out with, especially in Rise of Kingdoms, but we'll just go ahead and go for it either way. Bushido increases troop attack by 3%, scout march speed by 30%, and resource gathering by 5%. And resource gathering speed is going to be a lot more crucial as well too. So we'll go ahead and start it out. And here's
from a barren land, engulfed in the flames of war, our people eventually arrived here. A new world full of hope and possibilities. We camp, we explore, we hunt, and we protect each other from great danger. Here our people stand, and the destiny of civilization lies in your hands. Rise of Kingdoms.
So yeah, basically, but also based on the picture itself, you probably see some of the boats. That's actually recently added, so that's going to be
Welcome,
quite
Governor.
interesting. I haven't
As your counselor,
necessarily
I will do my
seen that
best to offer
at all.
help to you.
Alright,
Our people have been living a nomadic life for a long time.
interesting.
But now, starting from this small city, we will eventually create a great civilization. Knowing the needs of your people is the first step towards prosperous. Our people can't survive without food. We need to build a farm first to ensure the food
Alright, so
supply
as you
in
can
the
see
city.
here where the arrow is pointing at, that's going to be where you're going to be building your farm, lumber mills, etc., all your resources in particular. That's the first place to go, just in case if you're stuck at one point where you have a specific level up and you have even more room to build more resources, then you just need to remember that there's going to be a build up icon here and for you to
Collecting food
do so.
here. Reliable food supply is the guarantee of citizens'
And
daily
here comes
life.
the story. A little bit of the
Barbarians
storyline.
are attacking my...
Governor,
Or
let's
there's
go out of the
a little
city
bit of
and
an
take a look.
exaggeration in the process.
This village looks vulnerable. Let's take all the food and
So
burn
this is going to be a
this
little bit
place.
more crucial a little bit later. As you can see, barbarians attacking. Barbarians attacking
It's a
NPC
shame
villagers
that
are
we
rare.
cannot help them without
This is
food.
just going to be like the
The only
beginning, or just
That was
to
easier
help
than I
people get
imagined.
exposed to
Let's
what
move.
you're
It's
going to
dangerous
be
here.
encountering a
Let's
little
return
bit
to the
later
city.
on. So,
The barbarians may come back at
all right.
any
So
time.
this is the barracks is where
urgently
we
need
train
to
our
train
troops,
our own
as you can
troops.
see here. And the key tip for Rise of Kingdoms, from how I've played, is that you want to, as you can see here, there are like 5 tiers of troops. You have the warrior, then you have the if it will later on allow me to click on the tier 2 and tier 3, then it'll be a lot more better. But you want to have less tier 1s and try to get to tier 2 within if you can get to tier 2 as soon as possible, that would be great. And then tier 3, you're gonna need probably a little bit more afterwards once you get a certain age. And tier 4 and tier 5, just be prepared to save up more resources in the process. So,
Well done.
all right.
Next, we need to upgrade the wall to
And,
reinforce the city defenses.
Of course, it wouldn't allow me to click on the gate, but basically, if you see this gate icon is basically
Now we
there
have
for
an
you
army.
to garrison your
But an
specific commander,
outstanding commander
so
is
that you
the
can
real
then
key
defend
to
against
victory.
enemy attacks. So let's say if you have higher defense, like for example, the Chinese civilization had the commander Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu will be a great defender for garrisoning in your home territory. So basically, in case if an invader comes and attacks your base, Sun Tzu can then defend valiantly against the incoming attackers. However, it can depend on whom he's fighting against. So I believe Sun Tzu is a infantry commander. So hence, I believe there's like this triangle. So basically, infantry is good against cavalry. Cavalry is good against archers, and then archers is good against infantry. So that's gonna be the triangle that you have to remember consistently, which will help you fight against other newer players as well as experienced players too. So if you are at one point sending your infantry against archers, you're gonna be demolished within an instant. In comparison to using cavalry against archers, then your cavalrymen would automatically demolish your archers. And just keep in mind, they can
A
always mix
tavern
troops in
will
the
allow us
process.
to recruit talented people.
Alright, so this building icon, and then if you go to military, we'll build the tavern. And the purpose of this tavern is so that you can unlock new commanders in the process. Some of them free, some of them you have to pay. So just keep your
Open
heads
this
up.
golden chest and see who we may meet.
And then they always provide the history behind it, which is pretty cool. That's what I enjoy about the Rise of Kingdoms, is that there isn't any like superficial history to it in comparison to what I've played before. For example, I played Clash of Clans for a bit, And I didn't really see any like history behind each of the characters. It just gives you like a generic commander or so. So definitely just want to keep that in mind in this case. So then here's our commander, Kusunoki Pasahiji. I'll probably have to like definitely look into Google Translate to get the right pronunciation. But yeah. Here we go. If we go to the maps,
for barbarians.
In the beginning, they would tell you to like search up for specific barbarians. Honestly, you'll be able to see level 1 barbarians nearby your base, no matter what. But in case if you do end up in a location where you can't find any of the level 1 barbarians or anything lower or slightly higher than your current base level, then you're best to use the search icon, which is this magnifying glass, to then search for specific levels. In this case, we're searching for level 1, and it points out to the one nearest to our base.
Punishment must be delivered.
And keep in mind this. This is something that I didn't learn in the beginning, which was, as you can see, there's the attack button, which is the red one that the arrow is consistently pointing at. Make sure that when you're later on using, let's say you're in another clan and then there's like a clan war that's going, make sure that there's this like empty box right next to hold position after attack. Make sure to click on that whenever you're trying to strategize a move. For example, if you want to do like a feint attack or some sort, make sure that as you're retreating, you just hold position after attack, and then you just retreat or some sort. That is gonna save you quite some time depending on the situation itself. And as you can see here, there's this like sort of like an Uno reverse button over here that you can select a specific commander, and then you can actually add in a specific number of troops in the process too. And as you can see here, you can see like 2 icons going. There's the barbarian icon on the left hand side, and your main commander to the right hand side, which shows you the health, just like a health bar status to it. And yeah,
We can't go back. We must fight to the death.
You fools!
Select the new target to assist our ally.
and normally after you attack, it will automatically, so this is the interesting point as well. So after you finish attacking, it will technically automatically retreat back to your base. So make sure that if you want to stay in one specific position and you want to help your allies in the process, make sure to click on hold position after attack, and then you can redirect the second attack towards another enemy in the process. And as you can see here, the action point cost is 50, which is this like little lab kind of tube. Make sure that when you're doing this, to keep in mind of your action points, because that's going to affect how you're going to battle out some of the other opponents, etc. And you can see like there's like a status which just says neck and neck. That means that it's kind of like a 50-50 chance that you might lose the fight or you might win. There's sometimes like other status that might occur that says like overwhelming or some sort. If it's like overwhelming victory or something like that, then you can tell that you automatically can crush this opponent. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So right now there's 2 attacks going. Basically one attack from the markswoman, which is the lady with the archer with the bow and arrow, and now my commander is assisting the ally, which is the markswoman in this case, by attacking the barbarian itself. So now we quash.
You just got lucky this time. Wait and see. We'll be back.
And as some,
I have to say,
and of course, like some of you may say that it's like a cheap shot. Of course, this is a cheap shot in the very beginning, so that you get the gist of the game itself, and that's just part of the strategy at times too, which maybe later on we can then cover up or cover. So here we're going back to our base.
Governor, Governor.
Alright.
Please follow the quest to build your city.
As the AI said, basically you want to follow the quest. Now when you click on this quest icon right here where the arrow is pointing at, basically it will show you all the quests that you have completed. Now, when you completed it, there's going to be some resources that you'll be rewarded. So just keep that in mind. That's going to help you in the long run when you finish completing side quests or even quests itself. Or even daily logins. That's going to help you in the long run too, which will help you build your base even more faster. Alright, so then as you can see here, we're going to, so currently our main quest is to upgrade City Hall to level 2. So we'll go ahead and click on that, and click on this upgrade icon, and it takes 2 seconds. It takes 2 seconds right now, but later on it's going to take forever, so I'm just going to give you a heads up on there. So there is going to be quite some grinding involved.
It seems that our efforts have paid off. Some villages...
Governor, we have profound knowledge of this mysterious land, which...
Build a
Okay,
scout
so
camp to
this is the scouts camp that we're talking about now. Now, scouts is going to help you uncover other parts of the area. You're probably going to see a bunch of fog around your base. That's why we have the scout camp involved, so that when you send your scouts out, you'll be able to then see what other areas that you can cover. And once you actually discover the whole entire map, you actually receive some sort of award in the end. It's been quite some time since I recollected these kind of knowledge, so just so that you guys know.
Please, send me to explore this mysterious land.
So yeah, basically now I'm sending my troops, or my scout, and...
The scout will
Holy
automatically
snap.
explore this area. You will
This
be
is actually a
notified
pretty good
if he
landing
makes any
area.
discoveries.
Not
Now
gonna lie.
let's get back to the city and continue our work there.
So the reason being is that over here, this is actually like the altar, or the it might be the altar or something else. Sometimes you can get the runes to also boost your commander in the process. And for example, you can get gathering speed of 10%. Or some sort, and those extra 5% adding up to your current gathering speed will help you out in the long run. So just keep that in mind in this case. And of course, it takes some time for our scout to check out other foggy areas. So yeah, so right now we go ahead and quickly claim everything. So blessed site, that's one of the holy site. Okay, that's pretty good. And that's builder recruitment. Builder recruitment is going to be essential later on, because right now when you're starting off, you only have one builder. Once you have 2 builders, it's going to make your building a lot more faster. So yeah. And then as you can see here, once you hit 20 activity points, which how do you gain these activity points? By completing these missions like Bow of Victory, recruit 50 archer units, Horse of Victory, recruit 50 cavalry units, etc. So basically, as long as you complete all of these, then you can unlock all these chests. And the final one will be a golden key. So the golden key you can then use to unlock legendary commanders, or even other regular commanders in process too. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so it seems like there's a whole bunch of level ups that I need to do. And also, keep in mind, you are given like a barrier, so to speak. And currently I'm surrounded by some of the other ones, which can be a little bit more intimidating at times. Especially this level 5 right here at the moment. But
Look,
yeah.
different civilizations have different architectural styles. Let's check it out.
And this is the Chinese civilization, so they have the building speed of extra 5%, if I'm not mistaken, because of the growing population in the process. But yeah, nevertheless, this is where we're at the moment. So this is, as we zoom out, this is how much we have to cover. You're gonna have to cover this whole entire, well, I think, let me just make sure. I think Palo Alto? Holy snap, what the heck? Okay, that's interesting. Interesting that they brought in Palo Alto out of this area. Now, we also have a global chat. Basically, you can chat with everyone. This is like a main, I want to say like a miniature version of Facebook for Kingdom, for Rise of Kingdoms, so just keep that in mind. Oh my goodness. And usually if you click on the X button, you'll automatically be able to exit out. But yeah, so here, as you can see here, when I click on the email, you can you have personal, report, alliance, sent, and favorite. So let's say you have like specific message that you want to save, that you want to, then you can always click on the star to add to your favorites so that you can recollect or so. So yeah, so right now, as you saw, like everyone has like a barrier, quote unquote. That is actually a peace shield. If you attack someone's base, then you actually create this move called War Fury. So it gives you, I believe it grants you additional attack damage. However, in a way, basically now you're exposed. So let's say if you're level 2 and you're thinking of attacking another level 2 base, then it's a no-go for you in this case. Oh my goodness. Alright, give me one moment. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness. There you go. Okay, I kind of double muted myself there, so appreciate y'all for holding on there. So, okay, so getting back to it, I think I kind of lost track in the process. So, as you can see, there's also alliance being built at the moment. Whenever you see created, that means that there's going to be multiple alliance. Alliance is gonna. Also, another tip for helping you guys grow, is that by joining an alliance and with a lot of more members, just make sure that you have an alliance that has a lot of members and also doesn't have beef with other clans in the process. That's gonna help you grow in a long way, or even in the short way as well. So yeah, and let's just quickly go back to where we're at. And as you can see, right now, what we'll go ahead and do is this. Let's see what else we need to build. We'll quickly build a lumber mill. Right now, it's gonna be like kind of a sloppy build at the moment, so that we can quickly get some of the things going a little bit more within the fast pace. And then over here, as you can see, the commanders. There's two right now. There's the markswoman and the yeah, Kusunoki, so to speak. So then now, as we
each commander has a unique set of 4 skills.
Yep, it has a unique
Once you have collected enough commander sculptures, you can use them to upgrade commander skills here.
Exactly.
You can also upgrade commander skills
by
exchanging universal sculptures.
Some of these sculptures that the AI was mentioning was this one as well. So these are right now these are the epic commander sculptures that you can use to level up, and once you have 10 of these, you can then upgrade it, and it will automatically randomize and upgrade either the worthy man, which is the passive skill. Apparently, commanders leading the garrison of your own city, garrison troops gain 1% increased counterattack damage, or it might get you tragedy ends. Normal attacks of troops led by this commander have a 10% chance to cause the target to take extra damage per second, and then the damage increases over time once you have that upgraded. Or you can have bravery and wisdom. Archers led by this commander gain 4% increased attack damage and 4% increased defense. Now, once you've upgraded all of them, and the max upgrade, if I'm not mistaken, it should be 3, 4, 5. So it should be 5. So once you have upgraded every one of them, then you get the Soul of Samurai, and that's gonna be like the most elite, or the expertise, quote unquote, which you gain 15% increased attack and 15% increased defense. So just keep that in mind. And in case if you don't have the Kusunoki sculptures, then you can use the epic commander sculptures as a way of compensating, or as an alternative for upgrading your current commander in this case. And it's recommended not to upgrade like any of these, like what you call these. This is a regular or the advanced commander. It's best to reserve it for any. Best to reserve other like sculptures for the legendary ones like Cho, or even like epic commanders like Sun Tzu and so forth. This one, the Minamoto, this is more so like a paid, you have to pay to get this commander, quote unquote. And that is one of the only issues if you're playing Rise of Kingdoms, is that you're gonna have a lot of players that is just gonna be paying tons of money, which basically whales, quote unquote. And you see them in a lot of games, not gonna lie. You're gonna see them in World Warship Blitz. You're gonna see them in World Tank Blitz. You're gonna see them in Warpath. You're gonna see them in Infinity Kingdoms. Any other games that requires pay to play, you're gonna see a whole bunch of them do the same thing. Except for skins, because skins, like for example League of Legends, what else? Call of Duty Mobile, not Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, or Player Unknown Battleground, those, and even Counter-Strike Global Offense. Those are the games that requires more of your skill base, regardless of where you're at. But then there's also other factors involved, like for example your keyboard, your like how fast your mouse is, your graphics, etc. But nevertheless, let's continue on with where we're at so far. And it seems like we already completed the sharpshooter, and then we get some sort of resources in the process. Now, for me personally, honestly, let's go ahead and upgrade the city hall real quick. That takes 5 minutes.
Upgrade would normally take 5
And
minutes.
as the
But
AI
we can
just
use
mentioned,
items to
you
speed
can
up the
actually
building
speed up
process.
time. Honestly, I would save up these speed ups for a little bit later, but for the meantime, for you guys, we'll go ahead and quickly use the 5 minute so that we
Good
can easily
job.
upgrade it.
As you can see, speed up items
Yeah.
can help us increase our power faster.
And then that creates alliance centers, which later on you can then join alliance in the process. And you can also use farms, and you can also use a 2-day contract, quote unquote, which I won't do at the moment, which allows you for additional build-up queue, which is a lot more faster. That takes 22 seconds. Perfect. So now we already complete one of the missions. Over here, as you can see, this is going to show you what other deals they have. And oh, that's something new, actually. Custom resource bundle, I think. And then you can, if you go to daily special offer, you can always claim this resources for free. They will give you like a limited amount. As for the supply depot, this is actually more recent, since roughly 2020. I want to say close to the end of 2020. That's when they had this, where basically you get to buy 7-day select for specific resources, etc. Growth fund. Basically, you buy these gems in order to then like purchase commanders, and well, not purchase commanders, but you can then use that for purchasing. Let's see, there's like a specific store later on, like a workshop, that you can actually use to then purchase other required like speed up items, etc. So yeah, and here you can this is apparently they have a the Rise of Kingdoms, they have it where built up where for beginners that are starting out, you can easily get resources by making sure to log in like 5 days consecutively, upgrade city halls, etc. And make sure that if you log in 5 days straight, then you have more missions to complete. Once you've completed all those, then you're basically on top of the point. Over here, there's the Osiris League. That's more like a competition base, which requires you to join a clan in order to then join this specific competition league, quote unquote. And then there's also league bets. Basically, you bet with the coins you get to bet on it, which then leads to redeeming it from the shop itself. As you can see here, if you obtain a certain amount of the V coins, quote unquote, then you get to redeem for golden key, advanced army expansion, etc. So yeah, nevertheless, let's continue on with it. So currently our main items.
There are many different... These resource items are protected, even when your city is sacked.
Yeah.
Use them wisely to boost development or recover from a war.
Exactly. So basically, it's best to also keep these resource packs kind of safe in your hands, because whenever an enemy attacks you, they can't obtain any of these kind of resources unless if you use them. So just keep that in mind. So this is going to be quite helpful, including your P shield or even AR food boost in this case. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and...
Governor, hence it is very important to upgrade storage to increase the resource protection capacity.
Exactly. So yeah, so basically right now the food protection capacity is at 320,000 if I upgrade within 18 seconds. And then after that, so let's say if someone attacks my base, I have like 1 million resources, it will save up to 320,000 max. So that's basically it, and the other rest is going to be theirs. But they also lose, as you can see here, on over here, this is the power. This is 4,880. That will also determine your status, quote unquote. In either you're able to get into the clan or you're not able to. So they kind of determine based on your power as well. So just keep that in mind on there. Same with like World Warship Blitz. Like World Warship Blitz, they kind of determine your win rate, which win rate accumulate is, if you break it down, basically requires, depends on how well your team plays, how well you play in the process, were you in the top of the team, how many kills you got, how many damage you brought in, how many, like how have you really capped the base for a certain amount of time, which you get team points, and etc. So yeah, apparently I got message on that one, so I get to claim resources. And you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and just use the second builder up, not gonna lie, because yeah, it's gonna probably take slightly forever. So then we're gonna use the 2-day contract, so we can like easily quickly build everything in the process. So yeah, and then of course right here in the tavern we see the silver chests and the golden chests. Silver chest, you get 3 chances every single day. Free chest, it's gonna be once in a while, so once you unlock it, you can either, sometimes you get lucky, you might even get a specific legendary commander, sometimes you might not. If you wanted to open another one, you have to pay up 1200 gems in this case. For these regular chests, you might get like for example, a Lancelot sculpture. That's gonna be a cavalry commander, which is gonna be quite useful. And apparently, you have to wait for 5 minutes in this case in order to do so. And then, and for some, this is the alliance.
Even the greatest people need the support of allies.
So basically,
and this is why we need to find an alliance.
Apparently, right now, the top right now is 24 million power, which is Devil Valley Immortal. There's the Pinoy, which is gonna be, Pinoy is like a Tagalog word. And let's say I decided to, I don't know, all languages, Farmer United, probably require 100k. So apparently a lot of them are just gonna be 100k at the moment. So we're just gonna have to test some of the areas out. I don't even know when I just signed up. Not gonna lie. Let's see. This is. I'm just gonna select one of the ones that are like the closest. Let's see. All languages. Okay, we focus on that. Apparently, rank 1 is 20k. Rank 2 is 20 plus k. Okay, so I haven't even reached that yet. So this is gonna be a little bit more easier. Honestly, it's gonna be quite easy to like get through to 100k. Not gonna lie, it just really depends on how much time you're willing to dedicate it. So we'll quickly upgrade the barracks. Let's see. I believe by upgrading the Tavern, you get free golden. So you're kind of like decreasing the time to get a free golden chest. That's basically what it's doing. So why not do that? And then as for the moment, you can actually get resources. You can.
There are 5 kinds of resource points on this rich land.
Yep, I'm just gonna let the AI do the talking
Logging
in this
camp,
case.
Stone deposit, gold deposit, and gem deposit.
So yeah, as the AI just mentioned, there's gonna be logging, stone from stone quarry, logs, gold deposit, and gem deposit. Gem deposits can get easy free gems. Max you probably get is like 5 or so. I believe 5, or it could be less. So yeah, but nevertheless, I hear some sort of fighting going on. I believe it's somewhere nearby. So what we'll do is this: we'll just go ahead and scout out the area real quick, just to see where we're at. And as you can see here, you see this village with the gifts. Basically, sometimes it gives you It gives you let's see, how should I put it? They give you an extra technology in the process. Like for example, even kingdom maps too. Kingdom maps are great for uncovering other parts of the fogged areas. For example, if we go to items and then we click on this kingdom map, it will automatically unlock one space area so that we can then see what else is going on here. So apparently this guy, let's see, what is his name? Exclamation mark or LRC9 was, I don't know, is now trying to gather some food from the farm itself. And honestly, if you see like a red mark like this, technically it's considered an enemy because you don't know who he is. So technically you can then attack him while he's farming, but it's unwise at this time, and technically unwise a little bit further on, because once you attack, you're basically risking your troops' life, which you might have less troops later on, which leads to vulnerability of being attacked by another opponent, and also you lose power in the process. So that's usually not a good way of growing, quote unquote. So yeah, what we'll do is this. Right now, we'll just quickly we'll just research slingers, etc. Just for the quest itself. Not ideal to recruit too much tier 1s, because you want to later on build up like tier 2, tier 3, and then tier 4. Tier 3 and tier 4 is more or so ideal later on as you progress. Tier 2, you want to have a little bit less, because so that you don't have to deal with so much conversion from tier 1 to tier 2 or in tier 2 to tier 3, which is going to require so much resources in the process. So yeah, and over here we'll go ahead and upgrade the hospital so that in case if our troops get wounded, we don't get more dead than wounded in this case. And how does that really affect? So basically imagine you got like 1,000 troops and they were all wounded, and your max capacity for your hospital is 300. So basically, if those 700 haven't been taken care of, they're going to be considered dead. So just keep that in mind. So that's why you want to upgrade your hospital as frequent as possible in the process too, and also make sure that that you have enough resources to cover the other rest as well. So like for example, farm, I want to increase farm. I also want to increase the wood production, the lumber mill, so that it can get to 430 per hour, and then max is going to be 4,300. And it's best not to like touch them or collect them, because if you collect more of them in the process, it is going to hinder the progress for them to accumulate. So better off not touching them at all. So basically, we'll go ahead and upgrade the scouts so that we can try to get it up to, I say level 10 is the best, so that you can get at least two more scouts to help you explore the other areas as well. And once we click here in the main quest area, you get resources as well. So I'm going to quickly spam collect, and then I'm just going to quickly upgrade the hospital just in case. And once I am done with the upgrade over here for the farm, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to upgrade the other rest. And nevertheless, welcome John T, welcome gm.sensei.sensei.gg, and also those that are joining from YouTube as well. And we'll go ahead and upgrade from Tavern real quick so that we can reduce the time for unlocking the legendary commanders or unlegendary chests, quote unquote. And as you can see here on the pop-up for the expedition is going to be quite crucial unless you get to level 5, unfortunately. So basically what expedition does is that you can get extra resources in the process. It won't affect your power, and you're basically attacking like barbarian troops. That's all you're doing. It's almost, think of it as like Clash of Clans in some ways, but you just have to strategize to attack the barbarians base, etc. So yeah, hello and welcome. And over here, as you can see here, we can finally recruit from the regular common chest.
On the battlefield,
and you get a Dragon Lancer, which is good against basically Dragon Lancer, okay, cavalryman who fought with lance. Okay, so this is kind of like give you a brief history,
better game.
Or kind of details as to what these commanders do. Now, since it's a cavalry commander, it's gonna be good against let's say archers. It's gonna be good against archers. Archers are gonna be good against infantrymen. And yeah, and appreciate you for the buff, John T. Thank you. So yeah, so that's basically it. So what we're going to, And honestly, this is a grinding game, so it kind of does require some form of dedication. If you want to play this in the long run, then good for you, because right now the new updates is going to be naval battles. So naval battles is going to be involved in this game itself, which didn't happen like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, it never happened, only until this year. So that's why it caught me by surprise, honestly. So that's why I want to also help some of y'all who are interested in this game to also have some sort of some form of knowledge as to how to quickly build up. Honestly, I would have named this title like a couple ways to get to 100k power, which is quite easy. It just requires dedication itself, and also a collection of like your side quests. And by collection of side quests, it actually gives you more resources for you to collect. So right now, let's say if I want to collect logs in this case, so I'll go ahead and click on new troops
On the battlefield,
and
my
then
lance is
I have
my
like
life.
maximum, which is 1,520 troops, and the load is 10,140. So that's how much resources I can get in this case. So I'll just
Always
quickly
ready.
march it out, and most likely I don't think I'm gonna get attacked for right now, except for, yeah, this guy. If this guy right here attacks me, basically he's gonna lose his peace shield. And when his peace shield is gone, basically he's vulnerable to getting attacked. So that's a good thing. So right now we'll go ahead and quickly explore some of the other areas. And honestly, I'm just gonna quickly get some more slingers in the process too. And I just want to see if there's any other towns. Oh, so another thing that you can also do is click on explore. And as you can see here on the marks itself, there's going to be uninvestigated, that's going to be the caves. And then you see the check mark with the cave itself, that means investigated, so you already collected the resources. Same thing with unvisited, so that means it's going to be the village that you just didn't see when you zoomed in, that needs to be collected, so that you can easily get resources and so forth as well. You can sometimes get technology as well, so just keep that in mind. So what we'll try to do is we'll try to upgrade to here. So as you can see here, this is gonna be like a little warning, quote unquote. So it's like, oh, so here's the prerequisite in order to get to Bronze Age. So how do I get to Bronze Age? I have to upgrade the wall to level 3 in this case. And if I click on the information, the small icon, the lowercase I in this case, which shows you like the levels in which you can get to, what's the max levels that you can get to. So right now, the max level you can get to is level 25. In order to get to feudal age, you have to get to level 21. And the reason why, by the time you get to level 22 or 23, then you can get tier 5 troops. Now, if you get to dark age, that is gonna give you a little bit around like 17 and 18, then you get to tier 4 troops. Iron Age, tier 11 to tier 12, that's when you're gonna get the tier 3 troops. And then of course tier 2 troops are gonna be happening at around level 5 to level 6 town hall. So just keep that in mind. You can always check on your status by doing that, which really help me out in the process. So yeah. So right now, let me quickly upgrade this to level 3 in this case. And also make sure to check on the requirements. The requirements is going to be quite crucial to how you're going to be planning your base out in the long run. So right now, since you have 4.3k, you need 4.3k food resources and 5.0k or 5.k log resources. Make sure that on the top right side, make sure that you have enough or sufficient enough resources to cover those bases. If you don't have those resources, make sure to collect them ahead of time. So yeah, so right now we'll go ahead and upgrade this base. It takes 1 minute 30 seconds. Now, as you can see here, there's speed ups. Speed ups are going to be crucial later on, so you want to save as much as you can when you're in the beginning. Sometimes you can waste some of them if you're impatient in some aspects. Sometimes I'm impatient, so I would just use speed up. But then when I first started this game, I used a whole bunch of speed ups, and that's how I got to like 100,000 power easily. But in the long run, it kind of affected how I grow. So it's best to at least slow down a bit before you progress. And also to join an alliance. And if you can join an alliance, do so in the beginning. Like for me, like it doesn't really matter which alliance I'm joining right now, honestly. As long as they don't have beef. So if they don't have beef, then I'm fine. So I'm just gonna randomly apply to any one of them. Because what happens is this: once you get accepted to an alliance, people can easily help you with the build up. And when you get accepted to an alliance and you get easy build ups or help requests for your build ups, for let's say if you want to level up a lumber 2 mill, right? And one of your alliance members helps you out, then basically it shows it will basically decrease the time used for upgrading that for the lumber mill itself. So sometimes, let's say it takes 46 seconds for it to build up to upgrade the mill. So then if one of your alliance member accepts or helps out, basically they can decrease it by 5 seconds or even 10 seconds. And if it's fully maxed out, you might be able to get it complete within an instant. So just keep that in mind in this case. So yeah, we'll just quickly upgrade the farms real quick. It takes 15 seconds, so it doesn't really take too long. And then I'll quickly get as much resources as well as gathering up. And yeah. And I think my gathering of resources is fine. So what you can also do in the meantime, you can also help level up your commander as well. So what do I do? So you have the max troops is 1,440 against a level 1. And you can also, in your spare time, if you prefer to like just see like the attacking animation, you can do so. But honestly, for me, it becomes more repetitive. So yeah. So as you can see here is automatic domination right off the spot. And you basically easily defeated him. So nevertheless, we'll just go ahead and oh okay, never mind. I thought I actually made it in, but apparently it didn't. But it's alright because I just randomly yeah. So right now, as you can see, there's like a wounded aid, like a red cross, so to speak. And you want to click on this to heal. So as you can see here, severely wounded units is max is 9,000. Battering ram zone, I am assuming. Oh, okay. Actually, I'll probably just look at this real quick. Let's see. When your troops are defending against an attack in your own city, all severely wounded units will be sent to the hospital. When your troops are defending against an attack in an ally city, half of the severely wounded would die. Oh, okay, that's interesting. And let's see. Severely wounded battering rams will enter the battering ram zone. Oh, okay, so that's basically later on when you do an upgrade. Like, let's say, I think it starts out with a battering ram, and then you can upgrade it to a catapult, and then to a specific technological armory, so it's quote unquote. So let's quickly heal, and let's quickly upgrade some of the farms real quick as well, some of the resources. And I believe, oh, I could have just upgraded this as well, which takes 1 minute. I'll just wait for this 1 minute to occur, and then we'll proceed on with that. And we'll go ahead and unlock our last quest, or last chest. And then, yeah. Quickly get rid of that. Oh, wait, what? Okay, so I believe...
War?
Okay, perfect. Actually, let me see if I can just, like, still find. I'm just gonna randomly apply, just for a second. But also make sure, you also want to check their announcement. That's where you can see their requirements. But for meantime, I really don't care, honestly. Because sometimes they might be lenient, honestly speaking. Like, sometimes they might be lenient to it. So, that's the best part about it. So, you never know if you never try it. So, that's why I always randomly accept it. Even though
Great job,
Holy
Governor.
snap, I actually got
You have
accepted right
joined
on
a
spot.
good
Okay,
family.
so this
Now
is
let me
actually good.
introduce
So now we're
alliances
actually
related
learning,
functions to you.
this actually helps speed up the tutorial in some ways. So there we go.
Here is the Alliance's profile. And this is the tag of Alliance.
Exactly, this is the alt form apparently.
Various features of the Alliance is showcased here.
Okay.
Switch tabs here to check members, Alliance list,
Cool.
rankings, and please remember, when you are helping your allies are also helping you.
Perfect.
This is the key
So
to
yeah,
a strong alliance.
as you can see here, this is the alliance hub. So then, once you, let's see, based on this, each help action will fill the progress bar by 1% or minimum 1 minute, and then certain alliance technology can increase this further after being helped with healing 1,000 times in a single day. Instantly help. And yeah, over here you can just check on the alliance log, and you can also, over here you can see how many members are there, and apparently there's like, actually there are 50, there's 49 members so far in this case, and there's specific ranks, as you can see here. There is the officer rank, there's also the rank 3. Basically rank 3 is able to then moderate your clan in some aspects. Rank 2 can't really do much, honestly speaking. Rank 2, rank 1 you can't do much. Rank 3 and rank 4 you can do more, so you can give people speed ups depending on their role. And once you give them a specific role, they can increase their gathering speed or their defense and attack as well. So just keep that in mind if you become one of the qualified position, quote unquote. So yeah.
Staying together sometimes is not a bad idea.
And apparently
Let's check
they
the
are
then use
somewhere around here.
beginner's teleport
Okay.
to teleport your city near here.
Yes, so teleportation is also kind of crucial in this case. So last time I tried out, they basically gave us, basically we go to items right here. Usually they should give us like a beginner's teleport. This is something new actually. Beginner's immigration? Oh, I have never seen that before. This is something new. So you guys are, when you guys starting out, you guys are pretty lucky because we never gotten beginner's immigration. Basically it says move your city to the location of your choice in one of the outermost provinces of another nascent kingdom. Unused beginners. Oh, that's something new actually, not gonna lie. Beginner's teleport is something that you would use to basically you have to use it before level 8. Once you hit level 8, you can't use it anymore. Then you're gonna have to like use let me just see. There is another way to get other items. Let's see. Storehouse. No, not storehouse. Storehouse, as you can see here, once you start your own alliance, you're gonna have to be quite mindful of your credits, your food, your wood, your stone, and so forth, because these are going to be useful for building your flags, for expanding towards other resource points, and etc. Alliance Guild is going to help you out, which helps you build alliance banners so that you can mark your territories within certain areas. So yeah, and let's see, territories, they haven't really built a center fortress. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. That's something new. I'm not gonna lie. Normally people would build center fortress, so that in case if they do get attacked, then you can easily defend it, and then build banners from that point forward. But I guess for this alliance, they just didn't do it. And I guess. So yeah, let me see if they have a. They don't have an altar around here. Okay, that's interesting. And sometimes when you zoom in, you can actually just like collect resources in process. So yeah. Well, I guess I feel like mine side is a lot more useful, honestly speaking. But it's a little bit unsafe as well. Not gonna lie. Let's see, Earth Altar level 2. Oh, so I guess it does kind of render it useless, huh? Alright, so what we'll do is this, we'll just, let me just see. Oh, do they have beef with them? that's interesting. So let me see. Where are most of the... So, okay, as you can see here, BD, that stands for... or you see the purple castle? That means that it's the leader's... It's gonna be the leader's base. The leader of the clan or the alliance. And then blue castle means that those are your members. Or your alliance members, quote unquote. So, yeah. And I don't even know why they're all spread out. So you can see here, it's like they're all spread out all of a sudden. You see here? It's like there's some over here, some over there. Like there's some in Palo Alto, some in Constantinople. It is kind of strange, not gonna lie. Like if I had an alliance, I would have everyone teleport to where I am so that you can create a compact area for you to defend against each other. But I guess in this case, they don't really care too much, I suppose. Which can be a little bit kind of sketchy, not gonna lie. This is the alt farm though. That means it's alternative in this case. So yeah, honestly I would just stay where I'm at, honestly speaking. And then we'll just quickly upgrade to Bronze Age.
After a successful upgrade
And
of our
then
city
how
hall, the Great Bronze
other
Age
people
shall
help.
finally arrive.
Perfect. And that helped reduce it to 5 minutes, so that's actually helped out. That actually helped me out in some ways. And of course I'm gonna try to quickly get some exploring done first. Okay, perfect. And we'll just quickly train some of the slingers real quick. And I believe we can... Nope, we have to upgrade level 4. You know what, for this one, for the time being, since I only have like roughly 7 more minutes, in this case, we'll just go ahead and quickly use our speed ups. Alright, perfect. Now it's the Bronze Age. Automatic increase to however many power, for sure.
Well, the new age is always exciting.
Well,
build a stable to
sort
train
of.
swift cavalry.
In this
Or go to
case,
academy
then we can
to
then
research the latest
upgrade our
technology.
storehouses so that
It is
it's
all
a lot
up
more
to you.
easier. And over here, as you can see, the VIP, you can collect them.
VIP points can be
every
claimed
day.
once each day. The VIP points you get each day increase based on the number of consecutive days you've logged in. Increasing your VIP level can provide a number of great benefits to governors.
So yeah, so you can see here, like if I upgrade it to VIP 1, so then you get the Minamoto sculptures, which of course is this commander right here. This commander is actually quite epic, not gonna lie. When it comes to like the cavalry combo, I suppose, or the cavalry attack, you just see like him just like dashing out with like 3 different times, and then attacking an opponent with a swift motion hit. And here's like the intro of it. That's what I meant. Honestly, I find that epic. So yeah. And apparently right now, I get to build a monument, which then is basically an achievement as an overall. So right now, we get to collect rewards as well, because apparently 20,000 has governors. Oh, I have to be level 8 in order to claim it. Okay, great. So we'll just quickly upgrade our camp, upgrade our alliance center as well. And let's see. Blood diamond. Okay, that's interesting. And then we'll quickly claim resources in the process. And let's see. Then we'll quickly build up Academy. Academy is going to be vital for us because we're going to need to research other technological side to it.
Technologies are essential to our overall strength.
Yep.
The research of quarrying will allow us to gather stone in the wild.
And then you can actually ask for Alliance to help decrease the timing for researching the querying as well, which helps out quite a lot. And as you can see here, automatic upgrade. And then I'm just going to quickly upgrade the academy and try to also build the query right now in the process. And we'll go ahead and build a stable too. And gonna help out the other rest. And build a second hospital. Right now I don't care about the organization, it's gonna be all over the place, so that's why you're just gonna see a whole bunch of slots right now. And then we're gonna quickly upgrade this to level 3. Perfect. Upgrade to level 4. I believe I need to upgrade this in order to, let me see. I want to upgrade this right now, honestly. So I need to get to level 4 hospital and level 4 wall, which shouldn't be a problem. And let's see. Honestly, I'm sort of impatient at the moment. Okay, so now we can go ahead and somehow we can go ahead and explore certain areas. So let me just quickly see where else we haven't explored. And there's gonna be like some pocket space where you can actually explore without having to find other, instead of having to like uncover some of the areas. And let's see. Okay, there's one right here as well. There's a village right here, and then you get kingdom map. Claim that, and also this. Claim this, and then kingdom map, and then we'll explore one area. Boom. Okay. Let me just see. I'm pretty sure there's some areas I haven't explored yet. All right. So yeah, there's still a lot more areas to cover, honestly speaking, and within the short span of time as well. But at least everyone somewhat got like a gist of it. I think that's the good part about it. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this 1 hour tutorial, quote unquote. Even though there wasn't really that much action involved, this is more so me explaining what this game is like and how you can easily increase it to a certain point. But yeah, we'll just quickly upgrade this real quick. Oh my goodness. Accidental. Let's see. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade the hospital real quick. And this should be done within 24 seconds actually. And I got 1 more minute. We'll just try to take every minute as a count. And we'll go ahead and explore that area. And then apparently I have to upgrade this. Legit. Alright. Then we'll go ahead and upgrade this town hall. And let's see. And then we'll just research some of the other areas. Oh, okay, there's a tribal village right here. Oh, handsaw. Easy. That's pretty good. Alright. Perfect. Right now it's just like more so grind, honestly. And then I can just like, while along the way we can then just see. Piece of cake. Yeah, piece of cake is what you want to see. And then you can guarantee that it's gonna be easy win on that one. And then let's see, we'll go ahead and okay, I think we'll go ahead and end it here, honestly speaking. And then we'll go ahead and probably come back next week to see how far we got. So nevertheless, thank you all for taking time to watch this this 1 hour and 9 minutes tutorial on Rise of Kingdoms. There will be more coming out, hopefully next week if possible. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Peace out from Samurai 12 and God bless each